When I talked to Springsteen in early '74, he spent about half the interview complaining about how broke he was, that he was making $75 a week. He was afraid members of the band were going to quit. I asked him whether he would, and he said, "Oh no, music's everything for me, whether or not I make it." I've heard you make similar comments, but I also heard that you went into construction for a while in the early '70s. So I'm wondering whether you were thinking maybe it's not going to happen, or were you discouraged? How were you feeling?
I made similar comments, like I'm making $75 a week.
No, you made comments about how music was everything.
Oh, that part of it.
Yeah.
I see. Was I concerned that we were going to make it?
Yeah.
That concern really never went away entirely. I mean, we're still starting all over again right now.
Yeah.
So you have the same sort of deja vu feeling, to some extent. Obviously, we're successful now in one way,
right.
And
in many ways.
In a few different ways, actually, yeah. But once you're starting all over again, really, And I find, interestingly, the success does not cross over. It does not seem to matter. For whatever reason, I mean, we'll do, 3 stadiums in Dublin and play 180,000 people. You play to 180,000 people. And then I'll play with my band, and in a club and, get 1,000.
Right.
So, obviously it doesn't quite, same thing for the acting part of it, I mean, over 1 million people a week watched in Norway, Lillehammer. And it's only a country of 5 million.
Yeah.
And I go and play Oslo, and I play to the same 1,000 people again. So, one success does not seem to, necessarily translate to another. So it's, in a way, you're kind of, that expression, life is like one long audition, kind of a thing. There is something to that, I mean, if you stay in one thing and you're successful at it and you stay successful at it, then you're fine, I'm sure. But
you keep trying new things.
Yeah, if you try new things, or kind of go outside that comfort zone with your audience, you are literally starting all over again.
Are there any memories that particularly stick in your mind from the really early days when you were playing in Steel Mill with Springsteen and those very early bands?
Well, you never. I mean, we certainly thought we were late, and by the time I quit, which was 71-ish, I thought we'd just missed it. I thought it was over. And all the best stuff had been done, and the great songs had been written, and
So I guess that answers my next question. I was going to ask you whether you had any sense then of how big Springsteen would become or how successful you'd be.
No, it was really a struggle just to accomplish the miracle of making a living playing rock and roll, which didn't happen, by the way, until really until we didn't have a hit until the 5th album, until The River.
Yeah, but Born to Run was pretty big.
It was much. It was perceived to be bigger than it was.
Yeah.
It was big in New York, in Cleveland, in Philadelphia, but it was not a hit. People think it was a hit, but it was not. It certainly kept things going, though. I mean, it was extremely important in that way, but that was not a hit and did not really increase our revenue at all. Darkness on the Edge of Town went down from there, I mean, actually. So it was very much a struggle those first, for Bruce it was 8 years in the business. I joined up around 74, so 5-6 years. But we had already been playing for 10 years before that, keep in mind.